Hey y'all, welcome back to the ranch. I'm Jared Paul, and today I'm getting to some long overdue pruning on my Japanese Zelkovas. Laura and I just counted them up. I think I have 13 trees, so there's three plantings of three with like various setups closer together, further away. Three specimen, and then there's one that's planted in the crazy strawberry pot with all the different little seedlings that we have in there. So I'm going to prune this one up on camera, and otherwise I'll just show you the other ones with a little before and after, because who wants to sit around and watch me prune 13 different trees? So what I'll do is I'll tell you how I'm pruning it up on the first one, and then you'll know that that's how I executed on all the other plantings. Okay, so what I'm going to focus on is bringing it back to like maybe one or two leaves per branch, hoping to get a divide from there. And then if there's anything growing across the middle, I'll completely remove that, and I might raise the canopy a little bit. So that's the initial plan. So that's what's coming up on today's episode of Jarhead Bonsai. All right, so got a lot of growth since the spring pruning, because I believe that we pruned these up in February or March. So fast growth. One thing I love about the Zelkovas is they really branch well on their own. It doesn't take a whole bunch of pruning to get some good ramification. All right, it's kind of a mess, so I'm just going to get going. I'll take a closer look. One of these trees is kicking off huge leaves, and then the other couple seem to have much smaller leaves. That's interesting. So these are probably going on 3 years old, if not 3 years old. Started from seed. I guess its cousin would be like a Chinese elm tree. So they kind of have that look to the leaf. I don't have any elms, but I have a ton of Zelkovas. I just like the name, honestly. When I ordered the seeds, I had no clue. Even at the top, you see, look at all that dividing up. Boom, boom. I was just looking at the ones I have over here, so it's just a quick glance. Got group planting here, and then some singles around here. And then this is the one that was growing up in the strawberry pot. Anyways, I was just looking, I'm like, holy cow, the Zelkovas are a mess. And today there is no early soccer match. There's only 2 in the Euros, so I have a little extra time before Portugal and Hungary kick off, and then France and Germany later. That should be an epic matchup there. When we were driving from Dresden, Germany to Paris, we stopped in like this southern part of France that had changed between Germany and French hands, like I don't know how many times they said. So I'm sure that as far as the soccer match goes, this is a crazy rivalry. Any of my bonsai fans out there that are from Germany or France, maybe you could let me know if I am correct. But okay, so that's just like a terrible branch, so it's got to come out. The whole thing. It's like no matter what I did, it just wasn't working for me, so out it came. Notice how much bigger the leaves are in this tree. Actually, I'm gonna take that down a little more. Hopefully with this, we'll get some new growth to come out, and these ugly older leaves will fall off. I'm just kind of working my way around the outside. I don't like my trees to get too far outside the edge of the pot unless it's like you know, a cascading one, obviously. This thing must be pretty actively growing because there's a whole variety of different age leaves here. This branch is growing across the entire planting, so I'm going to remove it. I want to be able to differentiate between the trees so that them growing into each other isn't cool. A couple of lower branches. They're a little lower than where I initially wanted them to start having branches, so just take them way out, right out. I really hate this one that's having these older, bigger leaves. It's just bothering me. Seems like all of its branches are too thick and going straight up. So get some dieback from last time. Okay. So I'm just trying to take it down to where it initially divides. That would be the start of my, you know, where my canopy starts. And then I don't want anything below that point. Just so happens this branch is growing right into everything. So take that totally out. This would be in my top 3 list if you ask me, like, I'm new getting into bonsai, what should I grow? I would definitely go with one of these. You can prune them multiple times a year. They're pretty hardy. I started with a lot of pine, so it's just getting to the point where I even get to work with those. It's just been growing up until this point, you know, 3-4 years. Some more branches reaching outside the pot. Let's bring them back. This branch is reaching across the middle. Look at that. All right, that opened it up nice now. That's much better. Cool. So I kind of cleaned up the between in the middle here, where all the trees are intersecting, and now I kind of have to do the same thing for each tree going down the middle to open it up a little bit. There's a bunch of branches going across into each other. Die back from last time. Same kind of thing on this one. Branch is lower than I wanted to start. Take it totally out. It's kind of a mess right there. Looks like I've pruned around the same spot a few times. So there's just a whole bunch of little die back, but I don't think I can get them all out right now. Oh, did I get it? Got it. Cool. Guess it's not that important because it's facing the inside of the planting, but might as well get it. All right. So I usually like to have like 3 different heights to the trees. So obviously this is going to be my taller one. Some cross branching. Branches growing back towards the trunk. I'll take this one back here. Hope that it fills it out this way a little bit. Alright, gotta take one of you out. So there's two branches just parallel to each other going straight out. So I took out the skinnier one. Yeah, it's looking better. I'll let this little one come in and develop. I'm gonna take this thing way back. All right, I don't know. I can see why people wire these things up like crazy, because it seems like they just want to go vertical. So that might be something I have to address in the future, but I'm just going to continue to let them thicken up, keep them healthy, and, you know, develop it over time. I really don't want to have to wire. All right. Going through each tree now. Anything growing back towards the trunk I'm taking out, or growing into another branch. I'm just making the decision which one lives. This branch is facing towards the inside of the planting, but it's really short. It's not interfering with anything, so I'm going to leave it. Yeah. It's not bad. One more growing down the middle. Cool. And the last tree. I guess this will be my medium height one. Our branch is growing down. I don't like it. Same thing here. I complain about everything going vertical, then I'm taking out everything else. Boom, boom. What are we? This is kind of a mess. Okay, multiple branches. I'm going to take out the middle one here. There we go. I'll let this one come in a little bit. Take you back. Like it. Just want that old leaf off there. Yeah. Cool. Clean that up nice, and hopefully I'll get some new growth coming out. Canopies will fill in again, and we'll do it all again probably middle of the summer. So we got the before on these. I'm going to get to work on them, and I'll show you the after before we get out of here. So stand by. Okay, so there's another one for you. Same type of theme, small, medium, large. And over here, they kind of look a mess now after pruning, but that's typically the case. I think they'll come back in very nice for the second growth of the season. And then I hit all of the specimen real quick too. So that's gonna do it. So I'm all set with the Japanese Zelkovas. Got about 15 minutes to spare when Portugal takes on Hungary. So I'm excited for another good day of matches, and hope y'all are doing well out there. I'm Jared Paul from the ranch. Take care, y'all. Cheers.